Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin.
And I'm Sandra Priestley. Welcome to the podcast and happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
I was a little bit late today because I was doing gardening.
Uh,
Now,
Yay.
it was not, I think it was like 10 days ago, we had a huge snowstorm. So the fact I'm gardening is like shocking. And I even was planting some flowers in my front flower bed. I planted my garden yesterday. But I went out this morning to my front flower bed. There was weeds,
Uh,
like there was grass, like quack grass, not grass, but it
no.
looks like grass, but like it was all in my flower beds. And so I'm telling you, I was out there for 3 hours this morning. And it was interesting because as I was weeding, I had so many thoughts go through my mind. And like, you know how we are, like everything has a meaning. So like we're
Yes.
weeding these stupid things, and it's not just these are weeds and I am annoyed. It's deeper than that. Like I
Yeah.
look for the philosophical meaning
Yeah.
all the time, or like what can I learn about myself
And
in
what do I
this?
have in my life that's like this that I need to pluck?
Right.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden I thought, oh, wait. If I were to put like Roundup or some sort of weed killer, I would not only kill the weeds, but I would kill the plants, the flowers. I would kill probably the bees, which I love the bees, save the bees. And I thought, wow, this is like my life
Yeah.
and my clients' lives and everyone's lives where like there's things in our lives or thoughts, right? We have shitty thoughts maybe, or
That are
and
like those
so
weeds.
and we can ignore them
Hmm.
and the weeds will take over.
Yeah.
They become bigger and there's more of them. They grow like
They
wildfire.
multiply. Yes.
Or we can try to kill them, like, just like get rid of them all, but in a like quick way.
Hmm.
So maybe spiritually bypass it,
Yeah.
right? Pretend it's not there.
Yeah.
We numb, we feel crappy thoughts, and then just go, okay, let's just pretend I'm happy.
Hmm.
And it ends up, we either like grow them in the background while we're pretending they're not there, or we kill everything.
Yeah.
We stop receiving, we stop paying attention to like the flowers and the bees and the amazing stuff. If we kill it all, like there's no good coming from it. And then I thought, wait a minute, how many ways have I brought bad thoughts or unwanted thoughts to myself? How many things have I created in my mind,
Hmm.
like that are now infecting my life,
Yeah.
infecting my
Taking
thoughts?
over.
And I created it myself.
Yeah.
But also, as I was digging these fuckers out, I did think, Sandra, you can't be mad at yourself for what you didn't know.
Hmm.
I didn't know those were going to go crazy like that. So, like, me sitting being angry with them as I'm digging them out every single year isn't doing me any good.
No.
And me looking back and having regrets on something that I had done in my past or thought or, like created to be a big, huge shitstorm doesn't do me any good either.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So I started looking through my life, like, and my thoughts. What thoughts are not serving me? Where are my weeds?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are my weeds? And if I'm focused on my weeds, I'm also not seeing the flowers. And if I'm ignoring my weeds,
They're
then
multiplying.
they're multiplying. I am going down the rabbit hole and I am not stopping, you know?
And with our garden, just
Mm-hmm.
like with our life, if we will get out there and tend to it every day,
Mhm.
It's not the mission of every day to go remove every weed from the
Right.
lawn,
Mhm.
but it's a focused point of let's clean this up just a little bit today.
Yeah.
And as we do that, our yards look better
Mhm.
and our lives are easier.
Right.
Because
Well, and
when
I
you
think,
start pulling those thoughts and noticing and not going, don't think that thought.
yeah.
But isn't that an interesting thought?
Mhm.
Not telling the story behind it, not making it bigger,
Right.
but letting it be a cloud that passes or a weed that we pluck out.
Yeah. I mean, if we do that, if we start to focus a lot on it, we might as well be throwing I might as well be throwing fertilizer on my lily of the valley,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
That's kind of what it's like. Like it was so amazing to me as I was going through that. And then I started thinking about how last year you and Easton would go out every single night and
We
pull
still
5 weeks.
do. We still do.
I did think, even if I just do 5 minutes,
Yeah.
commit to 5 minutes every day,
Yeah.
right? Commit
That's
to
it.
five lily of the valley plants. I know damn right well I'm not going to do just five because I get out there and five is like 2 seconds. All of
Correct.
a sudden it's like, oh, I'll just pull another one and another one and another one. And it's 3 hours later.
Mm-hmm. And it's
You
the
know,
appreciation for that that shifts our energy,
that's so true.
you know?
That's so true.
And that's talking about weeds, that's talking about life.
Yeah.
When we can
Yeah.
be in the midst of whatever is
Mhm.
going on and see something good in it,
Yeah.
it shifts the experience.
Yeah.
I have a client, and like yesterday, she texted me, I'm in so much pain. I need a session. Well, I didn't have time to get on a call with her and spend an hour with her and do a session. So I said, you know what? I can find 30 minutes to record something for you and send it over, and then let's meet tomorrow. And so I did that. I rushed, got her a session just to give her some relief. She's had surgery and she's in a whole lot of pain, and she's got like a year recovery.
Oh, gee.
And she's looking at, how am I going to do this for a year? And it's like, no, no, no. Your job is today.
Yeah.
And understanding your body is healing itself, and look at where you're going to be when you're
Yeah.
healed. And so
Mhm.
yesterday was really about pain management, and then today was about appreciating her body and recognizing what it is doing and
Right.
what it's done in the past and what it's doing in the present. And one of the analogies was, imagine just sitting next to your body and your body looks tired. And then you realize your body's been fighting and healing and doing all of these things, and you're just yelling at it to do it
Mm.
quicker. And so to reframe it like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because we forget,
Mhm.
like we're just ordering our body around instead of kind of loving on it a little bit. And when we can stop in the midst of whatever is going on, what's happening for her is going to allow her to golf again, to walk again, to do all of the things that her active body wants to do that couldn't do. And that needs to be sole focus. And right now she's just stuck in, fuck, this hurts. Rightfully
Mhm.
so. You can't say, oh, no, 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 I'm fine. I'm in pain and I'm miserable, but it's all,
Right.
and just put this little happy face on it.
Yeah.
But we also don't have to make
Stay
it so
there.
much worse than it is, and
Exactly.
understand we are where we are. And that goes for wherever we are.
I was talking to a client the other day, and she was talking about how she was struggling it was so interesting because I looked back at like how often do we get attention or get love or get cared for
Mhm.
when we say we're struggling,
Yeah.
right? And I noticed it even in a coaching group that I'm in. I'm like, oh, wait, this person has said, like this trauma that she had, and every other person rushed in to sort of like offer condolences or like support and all of this
Yeah.
stuff, right? Which I thought was lovely, except when I see her do it again.
Well, because then it's a dopamine hit. I need some love.
Right. But then we get ourselves so boxed in to being a victim
That's who we are.
or to need someone, right?
Yeah.
Like if we're getting something from being a victim, or if we make ourselves special
Yeah.
because of a situation, we never get out of it.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I said this on the podcast before, but when I was working for Veterans Affairs, we had this client who was diagnosed as OCD, like not abnormal, but I went in as the manager to this meeting with there was a number of professionals and two different departments, and I was representing Veterans Affairs. And it was presented that this is what this person has, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so like what he told me was that he was the worst case of OCD they had ever seen. And so I asked if that was true, if he had been told this.
Yeah.
And the psychiatrist said, oh, yes, absolutely. I tell him that every time. And so I was like, and so then you're releasing him from the military. This was a military psychiatrist.
Yeah.
You're releasing him to our care in Veterans Affairs, but he's become special because of his OCD. So what exactly do we want to do here? Like,
Yeah.
if it's causing me a problem, maybe it is the problem. But if it's not, and I see it as a strength, then why would I question it? And it was this mind fuck of, wait a minute, why am I questioning this?
I think we should
I
question everything
Very true. And I usually do.
because we
So
don't know what we don't know. And if we think this is the only right way
right.
or path, we could be missing out on something even better.
Well, and I mean, going back to Don Miguel,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
We have beliefs, we have agreements that
Yeah.
we've made for years.
Yeah.
And the only opportunity for us to change them is if we question them.
Yeah.
Like something comes along to help us to question, do I choose to believe this still or not?
Mhm.
And I feel like that's the moment where it's so beautiful because we get to choose again. Let's say you are raised in a certain religion, and then you get to choose at like 18. Do I still believe this or not? Do I want to be baptized at 18 or not?
Yeah.
Is there another religion or philosophy that I want? Like, I love the idea that we can always constantly decide again
Yeah. I have clients that walked away,
at that time.
that were like, I
Really?
cannot do this. And
Mhm.
they lost their families.
Wow.
Like their families were like, if you're not here, like you're not in and devastating, like still in their 40s, dealing
Oh,
with the sense of loss and rejection from now have gone on to make amazing lives. But then I
yeah.
have others. It's interesting. I have a group of Mormons that had different experiences leaving the church. Some of them are
Mm,
super engaged with their family still, and some
yes.
have completely been dismissed.
And that's probably in any religion, I would
Oh,
think. Like
100%.
I mean,
100%.
I would assume the more strict religions would be like that. Like I know
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witnesses,
Oh, I'm
similar.
sure. Yeah. Because you can
Hmm.
only be around people like you,
Right.
which doesn't seem anything like Jesus to me, but that's a whole different topic. But we do that. And when we don't question the really hard beliefs we have, like if we have a belief that we're like, oh no, you cannot question that, I would say hone in on that bad boy.
Right.
What is what
Exactly.
is that? There's so much we don't know. And we can
Yeah.
only see through the glasses that we have on currently.
Right.
And once we can see it from a different perspective with a different set of glasses, it opens everything up. But it's that same, no, 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 don't be mad. But it's not like you can just put this little happy face sticker on it. Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
So it's like feel it, like let the emotion run through your body. Just don't
Yeah.
feed it for a minute.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what if you're not seeing the whole picture? What if all of this is creating healing for this person,
Yeah.
is creating something beautiful for you and Paul? Look at this time with Easton. Clearly, the universe thought this was something you needed because it is in your awareness now. It's part of your life right now. What
Yeah.
if things are going on that you don't yet see? And just trying to soften it because I don't know the whole picture. I don't know how it's all going to shake out. But I've had to sort of sit with, okay, you're pissed. Like,
Yeah.
don't stuff it because it will come out in other ways.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
will rear its head in one way or another. I don't want to get sick because
Right.
that's a very common
It is.
way for repressed anger
Yeah.
to show up. It's like, okay, you don't want to deal with it. Well, we're going to make you deal with something.
Right. Right. I think like in situations like that,
Mm-hmm.
I love to just grab my journal, start to write out, why am I pissed?
Yeah.
And I just read like, fuck her, fuck him, what the fuck? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
swearing on that page, but like, why am I angry? I can't, until I'm done, like, until I can't write anymore, until I'm just annoyed with myself, till I have no more thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I go, okay, where are the best parts? Or what do I want?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I do. What do I want? Or
Yeah.
what is possible
From
that
here.
is coming out of this? Like, now that I've released all of this, what's possible? Where is the gift?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's the gift is such a huge thing for me.
Because there
But,
is always a gift.
oh, yeah.
Always.
But I find that if you're going from a lot of anger, and especially like you feel it in your chest, but like there's thoughts that are feeding it in your subconscious mind, they're ruminating. So unless I write them out, I can't release them.
Yeah.
Like I have to write them out or I can't release them. But once I write them out, then I've like helped release them. Then I can say, oh, okay, I've gone from like super pissed and like negative unwanted emotions to
Mm-hmm.
more to neutral.
Yeah.
Once I get to neutral, then I can sort of go, okay, like, let's see what are the best things that happened today? What are the good things that could come out of this? Where is the gift? What's possible here?
Yeah.
Like, but I can't go from super pissed to la 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 la.
No, and no one can. And
Wait.
that's where we get stuck is because we try to.
Yes.
We are furious and angry. And it's like, oh no, no, I can't feel like that. I got to be super happy. And then we put on this fake,
Yeah.
everything's great. And it's not.
Right.
And our vibration does not lie. So we can put a smile on our
Mhm.
face and act like it all day long. But our vibration tells the
Yeah,
truth. That's what is
absolutely.
being responded to.
I
When
had so many women that were like, when I was doing the journaling strategies group, I had so many women and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to look at the negative stuff. I mean, like, I don't want to manifest negative stuff. Okay, well, you can pretend it's not there if you want, but like your weeds are still growing, girl. Like you're just not turning to look at them.
you're not
They're
addressing
still
them.
growing.
Mhm.
And I feel like processing them allows us to not manifest. We're still in the energy of it. So,
But it
like,
helps us move through the energy of it.
absolutely, if we process it, but
Yeah.
like not process it for 92 days either.
No,
Not vent
no.
about it to your mom and your sister and your girlfriend and your other girlfriend and your coach. And you're like, sometimes, venting is not good, but writing it all out,
Yeah,
good.
100%. When I did my fuck you letters,
Yeah.
that was the most powerful experience. It was to 4 people
Yeah.
and it was foul.
Hmm.
Fuck you for this and fuck you for like I did not
Right.
hold back. And
Yeah.
I wrote 10 pages.
Right.
And I was so proud of it when I was done. Now, these letters were never going to be sent, but it was
No.
just for me to get it out.
Hmm.
And I was so proud of it that when Paul and I were playing pool that night, I was giving him a rundown of felt so good and told him this and this and this and this. And he's listening and nodding. And he said, honey, if that had not happened to you, and those people had been different, where would you be today?
Hmm.
And it was like he slapped me, not in a violent way, but I went, oh shit, look at who I am.
Hmm.
Look at what I've learned. Look at my life.
Hmm.
Look at what could have been. If I were the person that they like dreamed for me to be,
Yeah.
I would not be living my authentic life.
Mhm.
And thank God
Yeah.
everything unfolded the way it did because it scares me. Scares is not the right word. But had I been in a situation where they were able to control what I thought and did and felt, and I was this stifled adult that thought, okay, I've got to do all of these things in order to be acceptable.
Hmm. Right.
So after he so eloquently slaps me, I went back and wrote a follow up letter.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Like, because of you, all of these things are possible. Y'all freed me. Y'all
But
so
could you, the question that I have is, do you think that it would have been so possible for you or powerful for you to write a thank you letter when you still had the anger
I could
that you
not
had
have got
processed?
I couldn't have got to the thank you without the fuck you. I I
Exactly.
could not. The
Exactly.
fuck you made the thank you possible.
Yes.
Got it out, but then it was like, but
Right. Right.
did you want that life or do you want this life? You don't want that.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
it's just like Paul lost his job. in
Mhm.
December. And
Yeah.
I remember feeling, now there were moments of fear and there were all the feelings, but there was more excitement like, oh,
I
what
know.
is coming is going to light him up. The
Yeah.
universe just opened up the pathway to get him from here to here. Well, what we didn't
Yeah.
know at the time was that our lives were getting ready to change and that
Yeah.
he needed some time to just focus here at home, that we had some
Yeah.
stuff we were going to have to be dealing with. That
Right.
was the biggest gift.
Hmm.
And I kept telling myself that in the beginning, don't make this experience bad because you can't see the whole picture yet. You don't know why this is happening. Let it unfold. And now on the other side of it, I have one more example of how things look bad when you're
Exactly.
going into it. But when you get to the other side, it's like,
Oh, that's why. Right.
but if we can start trusting that when the shit hits the fan, it
Yeah.
changes everything. Is that going to make every moment perfect? No.
No. Well, and again, I think I said this on the podcast last week or the week before, or maybe both, but I wrote this post that said the biggest problem that we have today is that we think we shouldn't have problems. We
Right.
think we shouldn't have,
Yeah.
we're all going to have problems, like and so how we process them, how we move through them, how we um heal from them, learn from them,
Yeah.
grow from them, that's sort of the key to happiness, I think.
Yeah. It is the key because we did not come here to just skate through life. We came here to experience it,
Right.
the highs, the lows. And if we had had this feathered nest where all of our needs were taken care of, we didn't want for anything, do you know how fucking boring that would be? No
If there's a
contrast.
religion, I think is there a religion? No, it was a coach of mine. What she was saying, that she believes that we're all up there, coming down to experience contrast,
Yeah.
because being up in heaven is like pure light, pure like amazingness. And so we come down to earth in
Mhm.
this new form to experience contrast. Like, oh, okay, so these are all my challenges that I'm taking on. Yay, I get to experience
It's like
sadness and
a tough
anger. And
mudder.
yeah, right.
Let's do the fucking obstacle.
Right. And so then it's like when you can feel all of that contrast and then go back up to heaven, it's like, yeah, high five. Like I got it. I
Did it.
felt contrast. I felt
Yeah.
things didn't go very well and I learned from it, and like how exciting.
Yeah. And
But
that
we make
is a
it. Yeah.
great way to look at it. I was listening to wise quotes and they were on YouTube and they were talking about like when we came here, it was to experience contrast because without the
Mhm.
contrast, we can never reach for more. So if everything is just always just like we want it, we're
Mhm.
never growing. And everything that pops up for us is meant to help us grow in some way. But we don't look at
Yeah.
it that way. We think, oh, we're being attacked and oh, it's just
Yeah.
so rough and and we make up all these bullshit stories instead of going, oh, what am I supposed to
Right.
take from this?
Right.
Where is this taking
Exactly.
me? What is this going to pull out of me and create in me?
Yeah.
But with that, I think we're out of time.
We are.
Thank you so much, Sandra.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday on the Happy Half Hour. Bye.
Bye.